Now, for an update on a story we brought you recently, a mother in Cranbrook says she's over the moon that a petition calling on the government to ensure universities have a legal duty of care for their students has now reached 100,000 signatures. It was set up by parents of students who have taken their own lives and is now also being backed by a university lecturer working in the South East. Claire Starr reports, and a warning that her report contains references to suicide.
I try not to think of who he'd be now, but I really liked the 22-year-old Rory that he was when he left us.
Dr. Mark Shanahan has worked at universities for 12 years, now in the South East. But he knows all too well what can happen when students struggle during their studies. His son Rory took his own life while at university in 2018.
I see the gaps, and I see the gaps where things go wrong. I've seen it from my own bitter personal experience and the huge Rory-shaped hole that exists in our lives now.
Both Mark and his wife Jackie have joined a campaign for universities to have a legal duty of care towards their students. It's something the government would need to introduce.
The campaign is calling for the same duty of care that employers owe to their employees. And it seems very odd that employers should owe a duty to provide a safe workplace for their employees, while a university is not under a similar duty to provide a safe educational space for their students.
I don't have any wishes to be me, 'cause I'm actually happy in life.
Aww. Phoebe Grime from Cranbrook was 20 when she took her own life at university. Her mother Hilary has been supporting the petition calling for the legislation. Now it's reached 100,000 signatures, it will be considered for a debate in Parliament.
There is hope for change and help to support our students. I cried. I felt really emotional. I felt that everything had sort of like all come together.
Universities UK, which represents 140 institutions, says universities prioritise the mental health of students and staff, providing support for those experiencing difficulties and working closely with NHS services. The government says it expects all universities to take active steps to prevent suicides and to meet their legal duties in respect of the safety and welfare of their students. But parents don't think those current legal duties are enough.
I'm determined this is going to happen for students, future and current. Obviously, we can't bring back those children that we've lost, but we can do honour and do what they'd want us to do, and that is help students going forwards.
The petition closes on Sunday. Claire Starr, BBC South East Today, Cranbrook.
And if you've been affected by the issues raised in that report, you can get help using the BBC's Action Line.